Okay guys, welcome to Diablo 3, and what I've got for you here is a Hell Mode Belial solo on my barbarian here, who's pretty pro looking, if I do say so myself. Uh, but basically I'm just going to tell you guys what I did, how I did it and everything, because the way I did it made it so easy. It was just dumb. Barbarians are great tanks to begin with, and if you play them right, you don't need a healer at all. Like, you just go away monk kind of thing. Even in fours, like a group of 4 people, you don't need a healer to heal through basically any damage. It's just you don't do a lot of damage yourself. But what I did here is on my number 1 skill, I have Overpower, just for the extra damage, and I'm using the Kill Spree rune, which increases your critical hit chance after you use Overpower for so many seconds. That's just a little bit of extra damage because you don't really have anything else to put there. On my number 2 here, I have Revenge, and basically what that is it's a retaliation thing, like in World of Warcraft, and you do like a whirlwind, right? And it does a ton of damage. It crits for like 5k sometimes, which it doesn't sound like a lot of damage, but it heals you for 100% of the damage done when you have Vengeance is Mine rune, which is ridiculously overpowered. It basically makes you unkillable in a big group of mobs because you can just sit there and spam that and take them down and heal yourself through all the damage. On my number 3, I have Threatening Shout, which reduces the damage that the mobs do. So, strikes fear into your enemies and makes their attacks do less damage. It doesn't say by how much, but less damage is better damage. So, and then I have Falter, sorry, and that reduces their attack speed when they're threatened. So they attack slower and they do less damage. And as far as I know, it affects bosses also. It doesn't say immune when you use this ability. So, and then on my number 4, I have Ignore Pain, which basically your rage protects you from most damage for a limited time. So it's for 4 seconds. Your basically it's a shield wall, and you have like 150% damage reduction. It's pretty ridiculous, and you're almost unkillable when you pop that for 4 seconds. And I am using the... I have the wrong glyph. If I had the right glyph, all damage done would be returned to me as health while I have that going. Let me check that glyph for you guys really quick. It's Ignorance is Bliss is the glyph you want to use. So Ignore Pain, Ignorance is glyph. Or Ignorance is Bliss for your rune. And on my left click, I have Frenzy with Sidearm. Each attack has a chance to throw a piercing axe. There is a healing rune for that, but it's only on kill, so it's not going to help you on the boss fight in particular. So I got the Sidearm because it throws an extra axe every once in a while, and it does a little bit of extra damage. And on my right click, I have Rend, which is Rend. And I'm using the Bloodlust rune, which gains life when you damage enemies with Rend. So it basically it returns a portion of or all of the damage you do back to you as life. So basically, with this build, you're unkillable for the most part, especially when you're soloing stuff. And you can just sit there and tank just about everything. And I guess from here, I'll just talk a little bit about how I did the fight, how to avoid the abilities and things like that. The fire that he throws out in a cone effect like that comes out in a 3-way. You actually don't really need to bother with that too much on your barbarian if you're a tank, because it doesn't do much damage to you, especially if you have good resistances and things like that, like I do. So it's really a non-issue at this point, and this part of the fight is the one that you really have to look out for. It's not really difficult at all, as you'll see. It's actually really, really simple. Basically, you just stand there, attack, keep your rend up as much as you can, and use all of your abilities. Keep your damage reduction up because he does hit pretty hard, and you'll see a couple times in the fight I get pretty low. But the barbarian healing and oh, I forgot to tell you guys about my passives. I have tough. What are my passives? Okay, my passive skills are tough as nails, nerves of steel, and pound of flesh. Pound of flesh is the most important one because it increases the chance of finding a health globe by 25%, and you gain 100% additional life from it. That is amazing. There's no reason not to use that ever as a tank, especially when you don't have a healer with you. Nerves of steel, your armor is increased by 100% of your vitality. That's amazing. It's a really good one. And toughness increases your armor by 25%, and thorns damage is dealt. Thorns damage dealt increased by 50%. Thorns damage not really important. It's the armor bonus that you're really looking for. So, but right here, during this phase is the most important time for you to have ignore pain. Save. What I did here is I saved ignore pain for that phase, where he's doing the explosions all over the ground, just in case you do get hit by one. Because it reduces the damage done to me from 10,000 per hit to 3,000 per hit. So if I do mess up, it's not even noticeable. Like, it doesn't hurt me much at all. There are a couple times where I do mess up and it's not still on me because that phase lasts a little bit longer than 4 seconds. It's like 8 seconds or something, but it's really important to do that. It definitely makes a difference and can save your ass, especially when you have no res. See, I popped shield wall right there. Or actually, it's ignore pain. I call it shield wall. And I got hit a couple times, but it didn't do too much to me the first time. The second time, I believe it hit me for 8k. I'm not really sure exactly. But it's definitely something you need to do. And the rest of the fight is just rinse and repeat, pound on his face until he's dead. And because you're a barbarian tank, it's probably going to take you a little while to do that. So I'm going to leave it off here because I don't really have anything else to say, and I will see you guys later.